Okay, we should be on stream.
Oh, perfect. Okay, I'll stop what I'm doing then. Don't want to...
Sorry, I didn't mean to, like, just drop that on you. Like, oh yeah, by the way, we're live.
Yeah, I was just practicing the incentive.
No spoilers. Everybody close your eyes.
Exactly.
Everybody just forget what happened. You didn't see
Nothing
anything.
happened.
Yeah. Alright, but we are back here with a another run here on JRTA4. We've got Shovel Knight. And let me know if you guys need any audio balancing here. I think actually we're going to have a switch of
Boom, boom, hello.
donation responsibility here as well.
Nox. Yeah, this is it for me. So thanks everybody for the donations. Appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed. Keep watching JRTA4. I'm going to pass it off to my buddy Nox.
Hello.
Sounds good. You know, the truest
Yes.
friend of the stream, Aurelius.
Carulius.
Aw, shucks, guys.
True friend of the stream. Thank you.
True friends are the ones who donate, so thanks.
That's right.
Nox, we're all up to schedule. Everything's been put in, so anything else after.
Thank you.
Alright, see you guys.
See ya.
Alright, welcome back, Nox.
Hello, I'm back.
Good to have you back.
I totally lost track of time.
So did most people this weekend, but everybody's clocks are fixed now. There we go. I believe if you are ready, actually, we are good to go. Would you like to give me a countdown for the run?
Absolutely. Everything seems to be in order. Just did one last double check there.
Okay. Whenever you're ready, good luck.
All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Oh boy. So, this is Spectre of Torment. This DLC came out for Shovel Knight earlier this year, and I think it's pretty awesome. It's a lot of fun. So, if you're not familiar with Spectre Knight, he jumps a little bit lower than Shovel Knight does. He does run a little bit faster, but he makes up for mobility by being able to walk up walls, kind of Ninja Gaiden style, and he can do these dash attacks to get to enemies. I just revealed a red skull, and I'm going to be using these to unlock Spectre's sub-weapons, which are known as curios. I'm going to be needing 2 of them throughout the run. Now, something about Spectre's dash attack is that it's possible to actually dash just barely to an object and get one of these little double dashes. Oh, I didn't get it right there. There is more coming up in the stage. I'm glad I didn't die there. And something else to note about Spectre, it's a little tricky, is he actually doesn't really have a lot of sliding animation, so doing damage boost with him is pretty difficult. You gotta be right up in an enemy's grill. Now, the first couple stages are a little similar to the low percent version of this this character. You really don't have a lot of options at the start. Luckily, there are some tricks that save time, like this one that was found by Engage. Gets that skull in one little jump. That green little chest up there has a Willful Wisp, and you can use those to permanently increase your max health. I'm not going to be getting any of those. They're slow to get, and I don't need them. I am going to be a little careful here and there just to make sure this is a more marathon-friendly run. Climbing ladders is also pretty slow, so we just jump up them, so long as there's a wall nearby. We are fast approaching the first boss. Now, this is a prequel story here, so you may recognize our good buddy Black Knight. However, all the boss fights have been changed up, so his trusty steed, this guy, it's going to be a little problematic, but luckily the stun lock on Black Knight is very consistent. I'm using a slight visual cue here by the waterfall. I've also got some feeling down for it. I just don't want to let him past it. Now, if I were a little bit luckier, Terrapin would have been closer to the right side of the wall here. That's because I can't leave this stage until Terrapin actually makes a hole in the wall. So after every stage is complete, you get brought to the tower lobby. This is the main hub for Spectre's campaign. And once, well, every time I come back here, I have access to my weapon dude. That's right up there. Yeah, shout out to Patois. There's Manny, and there's Missy. Manny unlocks my armors, and Missy allows me to purchase those wisps that I missed in the stages. I'm going to be using that later for darkness, because it's faster to buy them than to go into the stage. As far as stages go, I actually do have a slight order here. Shovel Knight and Plague Knight were bound to the order that they unlocked in, but Spectre actually has access to all the stages at the beginning. So we do the Flying Machine first, even though it's one of the most difficult stages. It offers the most money for defeating the boss, which we do need a lot of at the start. And it also unlocks the Judgment Rush Curio for purchase, which is the best mobility option for our weapons. And I just broke a checkpoint, which is, that can be a little bit scary. Yo, that guy got me. Checkpoints, once broken, they give you a ton of money. I need this. Yeah, I'm okay. They give you a ton of money, but unfortunately, you can't use that as a checkpoint anymore. So I'm gonna have to be a little bit careful. Coming up on the Dinghy Dropper. Let's see if I can get this kill. I'm gonna be a little slow here. That's fine. Probably gonna miss the first wind cycle, no big deal. And I picked up some extra gold so I can leave that checkpoint up. Now, in this stage, there are global fan cycles that I have to deal with. There aren't very many stages with global cycles, but the first two do have them. So once I'm through with this auto-scroller, I'm going to try and catch a good fan cycle if I can. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm looking to have 5,400 gold minimum by the time I beat this stage. I'll get 3,000 for beating the boss, so that'll bring me up to 8,400 at the very least. Hey, I need that. Okay, only missed one fan cycle, not too bad. The red checkpoint at the end of the auto-scroller was 750 gold, so that's especially necessary. Coming up after this room is like one of the most deadly rooms. It's this room filled with these hover minis. We call them triple Jawas because that's exactly what they look like. And I really don't want to get any hugs. No funny business. There we go. Just about done here. Coming up on Propeller. This guy is a little dangerous. He does deal a full heart of damage with all of his lunge thrusts, so I'm going to have to make sure, and I do trigger those when I hit him. I have to time my attacks here. Good first phase. Ah, perfect. Yeah, he's pretty deadly on just 4 hearts, but you fight him you fight him at the beginning of the run enough times, you get used to him. So I have 8,700. That's about what I need. I just unlocked the Judgment Rush, and this is a mini dungeon that Red sort of puts you through so you can learn how to use the weapon. Now, this lets me lock onto enemies and fly even through walls, so I can attack them. Pretty useful for a number of skips. Menuing is impossible. So for offering 800 gold 3 times and then paying the 6,000 gold for the armor itself, I now have rail mail, and this allows me to treat every stage as though it has rails on the floor. This is really, really fast. It's easily the best item for Spectre's campaign. And now I'm going to Explodatorium to pick up my weapon. I really don't have a weapon that I can use against bosses right now, so by defeating Plague Knight here, I get the Bounding Soul. Now this stage is the other stage that has global cycles in it. I'm trying to catch up to some pot lids about halfway through, and some fire traps later on. There's lots of water currents in this stage. Oh, and these green pipes are actually the unique aesthetic for the stage to let you know that I can't climb those surfaces. They try to give something like that in every stage so that Spectre can tell he's not allowed to climb there. I think I'm good here. It's going to be a little close. Woo! Okay, I'm fine. Looking good. Gonna try a slightly tricky damage boost. Okay. That one's just a little weird to get used to. Nice. I got the West strat. The double whiff dash attacks. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Okay, he should have just 2 hits left. 1, 2. Perfect. Yeah, fighting that guy can be really irritating, and I have to wait on this cycle here. You really can't rush trying to go through this room with like a ton of damage boosts. It's just not going to work, so you're better off just going when you can. So I am going to break this checkpoint, do a Judgment Rush here, get enough mana for one more Judgment Rush to this rat, and now I'm on my way to Plague Knight. Plague Knight is particularly irritating to fight. He actually likes to teleport around a lot, and he makes clones of himself. Oh, nice. He was actually right next to me. Come on, come on, come on. Ugh. I see him. The real one has blue flasks equipped. Oh, come on. There we go. Impossible video game. After completing 2 of the night stages, aside from planes, you get your first memory. These are like some Shovel Knight stream sequences. It's a chance for me to pick up a ton of gold, and I'm playing as Donovan, who is exactly the same as Spectre, except I don't have access to my armors or my weapons, just my health and mana upgrades, so I don't have any of those. Hello, come on. This guy running around trying to help me out is Luan. He tries to help you out. Sometimes he can. Sometimes he needs a little support. There we go. Yeah, I have plenty of cash right now, and for, I guess the reason that he just remembered, oh yeah, I totally picked up all this money. Now it's chilling in your pocket. So I do have all of that. And I'm heading straight back to red. I got 5 skulls, which is the amount I need for these, the Bounding Soul. Now, it's kind of like an uncooked meatball. It's not very spicy, it's not very tasty, but we're going to add some heat to it later. Right now it fires at 45-degree angles. We can only have 2 out on the screen at a time. It doesn't really do much else, but it is good enough to go for the Lost City, which is the next stage we're heading to. I do love this stage. It has my favorite music for this campaign. It is, however, offset by being completely terrifying. These slime blocks are kind of irritating, but Rail Mail allows you to fight the pushback. And you can also kind of use the pushback to your advantage in some places. There's a lot of things that can get me killed here, so I'm going to try and concentrate on some of these tricks. Oh, that was a little scary. I'm okay. I might be doing a little more of that. Woo! No big deal. We're just fine. We're just jumping over lava. That's the moon. I don't need to go to the moon. So I'm gonna have to ride this lantern because I decided to go to the moon. I love this trick. Doesn't usually get me killed. That's a little scary. Oh, I died. So that's a little unfortunate. That doesn't send me back too far, though. Lava is not Reaper friendly. Gonna be a little more careful this time there. There we go. This is a weird little interaction with the Banning Soul. It kind of bounces off the wall. You might not have seen it too well, but it actually hits that slime orb from behind, so I can kind of fish it out and not have to actually do the intended strat for that room. And I'm actually going to show something off because it might get patched out. I'll give it a shot, but I may not get it on my first try. This is Lost Spaghetti. There's a really weird clip here that I can try and do. Oh, darn. So I'll give it one more try. Okay, I'm fine. Perfect, I got it. Okay. So yeah, that's the only clip, and it's a little weird. But no big deal. It might get patched out, kind of sadly, but it does look pretty cool. This is Mole Knight, and I'm getting these double hits here by using... this is... maybe I'll get him. I really want to try and finish him off before he just... Dang. Fine. Double hits are hard to get because you've seen me doing dash attacks. I have a lot of recoil all over the place when I do that, so I want to stay grounded, but he's flying so fast, and Spectre's Scythe has such a long attack animation that I can actually hit him twice. He kind of flies into your Scythe, and then you get a dash attack immediately. So 7,200 gold is great. I just needed 7,000, but I am going to need a little bit more money for the next stage. Yo, good menuing this time. This is Legion. He's a little more expensive than Manny, but he upgrades my weapons, and we're going to see just how picante my meatballs are now by using them on a teenager. Reese is cool. He's just a little lost. I'm just going to feed him some food and probably going to let him stay for a little bit. So you can see that now these things pierce, and I can have quite a lot of them on the screen at a time. It bounced all over the place. You can really get some insane damage on bosses.
Do I have time to sneak a donation in real quick?
Go right ahead.
David TKI donates $20 and says, "Oops."
Oops.
Thanks, David.
Thank you, David. Yeah, if we can get the incentive met for New Game Plus, that'd be great. I have a bunch of really awesome boss kills I want to show off.
I do believe it has already been met, yes.
Oh, really?
So, New Game Plus boss kill demonstration has been met.
Word. Well, keep it coming, everyone. Trying to get those runners here would be really awesome. Meanwhile, in the Iron Whale, I actually did manage to get Snail Parade skip, which was pretty awesome. Shoutouts to Fortuity Steelheart. And this stage is pretty tight on mana at the beginning. Hopefully I did that right, and I'll have enough mana for all this. Looks good. Perfect. And money-wise, I'm a little shy, so I'm going to pick up this 200 gem hidden right here. Pretty harmless to get. This guy. This is what we call a 420 fish. His actual name is Teethalon, but this guy likes to get really high. Makes it really difficult to hit that angler chest. Would be nice if calmed down a little bit. Banning Soul, however, does fix that problem quite a lot. Gonna set up some good shots if I can. Yeah, stay right there. Perfect. Oh no, he moved! Oh, that's still pretty good. Oh, I missed one hit. Okay, that's fine. We are about to see everyone's favorite, Bertha. She's one of the few enemies that deals 2 full hearts of damage in this game. So I am going to be slightly terrified for my life. I will try not to scream. This is a little worrisome already. Don't touch me. I don't want to... No smooches. Ah! Smooches. Ugh, that's not good. I could die. Oh, okay. We're fine. Woo, we're just fine. No worries. And I just made 2,000 gold, which is perfect. I'm just going to ride this missile and let my heart catch up. Ah, okay, we're fine. It's time for Treasure Night. Now we're gonna see how Bounding Soul really makes these fights super tasty. Oh no! That's a bit of a shame. I kind of missed a little bit of damage. That's okay, I'll get to try again. It's not the hardest fight. That's definitely egg on my face. My bad. Ooh, I do want to get that money. It should be easy enough to get. Perfect. That's much better. Yeah, bosses can still be pretty deadly. You just have to make sure that you're actually doing the fights correctly. Any deviation from that can get you nuked pretty quickly. I did manage... it looks like I didn't need that 200 gem. That's fine. Would rather have it than not. And Missy here, bless her heart, she got me this Darkness Wisp from Explodatorium. So now I have 3 Darkness. I'm finally getting a little bit more of my my beefy arsenal. Oh boy, I gotta remember this strat. This is something that was found by Tolu. It's actually pretty cool. Kinda takes care of these frogs. Perfect! Shoutouts to ya boy Tolu. Now this stage used to be one of the earlier stages for the other route, Skeletal Sentry. That's a... Yeah, dark jumps are fun. I love not being able to see what I'm doing. But because this stage is further along for the Bounding Soul route, we actually don't have to do a lot of the busy work, so it's a lot faster. A lot more streamlined and fluid. Now, something to mention about Judgment Rush is that it's actually not as free as simply pressing the button once you enter a room. Judgment Rush has a bit of a wonky AI for targeting. It tries to target the enemy that's closest to you. It won't target an enemy that'll put Spectre somewhere he can't exist. So if an enemy is in a wall, it's not going to work. It's also not going to work if the enemy is on the same Y-axis as Spectre. Some of you may remember that the Lich Yard is where Spectre is found as Shovel Knight and Plague Knight, but because we're playing as Spectre, instead we're going to be running into one of the Wandering Travelers. The Wandering Adventurer today is Phantom Striker. It's the same every time. I'm going to try and get a nice juggle going in this corner. Looking good. He likes to go invincible for long periods of time, so piling in the damage is super useful on him. Nice! I got the kill. 1 teleport is optimal there for Phantom Striker. On that first teleport, he actually lost over half his health. That's just how wonderful Bounding Soul can be. And now that we've taken care of 3 more of those knights, we get the second memory. So I'm going to need everyone to spam Go Luan Go. We're hoping for some good RNG here. Luan just gave us Caltrops. What a guy. Go Luan Go. Hustle boy, do it. Do it for the charity. Is he going? Yo, he's going! Yo! Nice! So, Luan has a random chance to just pause, take a break there. Maybe he's tired. But he was feeling it for us today. That's great. As far as these Caltrops go, you can see that they can kind of be used to nudge enemies out of the way. I don't want to use any more than those 2, though, because I need them for the boss fight. So my amount of darkness actually is coming into play for this stage. If I had more, it would be a little bit easier. I just have to be very precise with this. That's not good. She didn't, actually, she landed on that one. That was fine. I need to get in position here, though. 1, 2, 3. Good. Good. That's not good. I don't want her on this side. But that's fine. That actually worked out pretty well. Poor buddy. So, second memory out of the way, we're gonna keep going in this lovely left to right stage order. Hello. Something to note about grinding is that I have to hold down when I land, and that can actually make a lot of this game deadly. You can accidentally bonk, grind, not get your grind. Can be a little tricky to control this guy sometimes. Anyway, this is Clockwork Tower. The beginning of this stage is also very tight on mana. So every enemy that you kill yields a small bit of darkness. That's fine. That's fine too. Perfect. Okay. Now this stage is difficult because there is only one checkpoint that's really going to be in my way. Okay, and did not fall to my death. Good. For the sake of the marathon, I really don't want to run the risk of starting this whole stage over. There are 2 auto-scrollers, which makes deaths even more punishing. I'm okay. Well, I guess I'm not doing that damage boost. That's also fine, because the other risk for this stage is that Tinker Knight is a lot different. He is definitely changed. If you remember the fight from Shovel Knight and Plague Knight, you could throw a mobile gear to one-shot him as Shovel, and he took double damage from Plague Knight to kind of have the same gimmick without the same weapon. Spectre doesn't get that. He doesn't get any freebie on the on Tinker. And to make matters even more difficult for him, Tinker actually deals a lot more damage now. So I don't want to actually take any spills here, you know, doing anything risky or dangerous. Tricky. Yeah, health is pretty important because dinner plates are far out of the way. Yeah, I do want this darkness though. Why not? I feel bad for some of my viewers. They all know that I like to do all this auto-scroller swag. It does give them all heart attacks. Sorry.
That's just what you need to do during an auto-scroller.
Oh, of course. There's 2 of them. You gotta do something. Yeah, I just jumped over the ceiling. That could have crushed me. I'm glad that there is at least one easy checkpoint to grab. Shoutouts to the community. That was a small trick found by Azulag, who actually does a lot of work. Yo, I love that guy. So many heart-stopping time saves he finds. That guy is gonna, he's gonna juke me. Come on, there we go.
I can't believe there's 2 in one level.
That's okay. I think they're they're not actually that bad. I can totally get the hate for the auto-scrollers, but they're actually pretty fun to go through.
Yeah, true. I think I've only ever played the original base game, so this is all new content to me, and it's very fascinating. But even in the base game, it wasn't even that bad when you had a forced auto-scroller.
Oh, yeah. Oh, something else I didn't mention. You can totally grind over spikes. I may have done that a couple times, but yeah, that's another thing you can do with Rail Mail. That makes it that much better.
I do want to point out real quick, just to everybody, we are getting real close to meeting the goal for the marathon. We're just a little under $200 towards the 7,500 goal. So if you do want, you know, try and get your donations in. We're real close.
So this is Tinker with Bounding Soul. He's definitely a pretty special dude. You may have seen him get me once with the gear. Oh, no, he got me with a wrench. That gear will actually deal a full heart of damage, so luckily I did manage to avoid that. Good, I didn't fall down. That would make this a lot more difficult.
That's an insane fight.
Oh, it gets even better, because we're gonna see New Game Plus later, so we're gonna see some real magic. Because Spectre's Scythe deals so much damage on its own, they made all of his weapons like really, really broken to compensate. You know, I really like that window. I'm a little sad that this guy broke through. I wish people would use the front door. Anyway, here's Pridemore. There's a lava pot cycle I'm racing to catch at the very beginning. It's gonna be tight. Woo! And then the other... There's a lot of, like, interesting little tricks in this stage. So, another one found by ya boy Tolu is this guy, Paul Blart. Yo, what a cop. Best security here in Pridemore. Wanna try and get by him. Oh, nice. Okay, I didn't get hit. That's actually really, really tight. You can easily get... you can bump into him. You can get caught by that giant mace. This is also a little difficult. Damage boost is a little tight to get there. And I am about to fall to my death, but Judgment Rush is really nice. Luckily, that also is not too far from a checkpoint if I screw that up. That's a bomb. That can sometimes be food. I wish it was, because there's more damage boost coming up. I'm going to be a little careful and grab this, because there's literally no more food after that. Another tricky Azulag thing. Nice, I got it. Basketballs can be used... Sorry, Pounding Soul. They do look like basketballs, though. Can be used to trigger things like books and switches. And now it's time for King Knight. I would like to ask him why there's a Mile High drop at the door.
Security, probably.
Oh yeah, of course. He can get out. Why can't I? That's okay. I knocked him into a pit, which is kind of bad. He starts to float around in the sky, but like a bunch of those basketballs went down with him. Yo, this is a great floor layout. It looks like it hates me. There's only one night stage left, so we get another memory. This is just a cutscene, though. It's not actually a stage. So we're just going to skip it and then move on with our tragic adventure. The stranded ship is actually the first stage where you would normally see the grinding mechanic. I wonder what that looks like. These rails, blue always goes to the right and red ones always go to the left. So I actually have to do some of these rooms in a semi-intended way. We'll try and skip as many of these mandatory rails as possible. Redefine what is and isn't mandatory. In Shovel Knight and Plague Knight, there were these little ships. They look like bird statues. They shot out like rainbow barf. This must be their mother. Nice, I got the quick kill. That's actually pretty difficult. You can one-cycle her. And mana is also really tight on this stage. All these tricks are pretty important to nail on the first try. Gotta make some shots from the three-point line. Nice. And Judgment Rush, you didn't see it before, but if you don't have anything to attack, you can kind of whiff in the air, and it prevents you from being pulled away from walls, so you can use it to infinitely climb. I actually have to grab the wall here, otherwise I would fly back up onto that red rail and the Judgment Rush would have been wasted. One last ride, and then we're gonna see our famous Frosty Boy Polar Knight. He's fun. He actually dies really, really quickly. Spectre does get the better of him very easily. Word. Nice. Thank you. You should see the skeletal. Actually, no spoilers.
Don't spoil it. I'm ready for those.
There's a couple of variations for New Game Plus that are slightly faster. I do have all the darkness I need, so I'm going to head straight to the last boss, wherever they are. What did I just say about the door earlier? Come on. These repairs are... He has a giant turtle. He could have used the front door. So, we're heading up to Tower 1. This is the beginning of the end for Spectre. This stage is actually really, really difficult because you could pick the stages in any order, so they were like, let's make them a little more accessible. But now that we've done everything, the developer's like, okay, we're going to throw everything at you. Gonna try and do this without hitting that book again. That one's pretty easy. There is a very tricky one in this one. And... got it, nice. I do need enough mana to get a Judgment Rush in the next room. Good. And I do want to skip the as much of this Crusher waiting that I have to do. That first bit's only tricky if you get stalled at the beginning for any reason. The rest of it's a little easy. I'm going to do some slightly scary stuff. That's a pit. That'll happen.
It happens.
I got my dash reticle, but I missed the timing on it. That's one of the trickier parts of Spectre. So you don't actually get to choose when you do or don't do a dash attack. There we go. Yeah, Gravediggers are fun. These guys from the Lich Yard didn't really go into too much specifics with them. They deal a full heart of damage and they have like 6 health, so they're literally impossible to kill for the speedrun anyway. Yeah, one more time with Bertha. No give 'em smooch. Here's a good example of like auto-scrollers I love. Like this one is really awesome because you have to do so much to actually stay alive and keep up with it. And there's also a pretty neat trick at the end that lets you skip having to wait the entire time. Shoutouts to Speedfrog. He also doesn't really care if it's safe or not. He just wants to do what's fastest.
We have a $10 donation from Dude Gatsby, who says, place this towards Mario Party 2. No reason, just trying to impress the girl I like. Good luck, man.
Yo, good luck. We're coming up on Black Knight 2. Not a fun dude. First time around, we kind of had an easy time with him. I actually have to listen to the music here. Started fine. That's kind of bad. So I'm going to be fighting him on the ground now, which really sucks, because now I kind of don't have control over this fight. Almost got him there. That's okay. One hit left. Yeah, the aerial stun lock is really, really ridiculous. You can kind of do the same thing that we did in the planes, but you have to do a lot more damage boosting. So we only have one stage left. This is a short stage, mostly a tower climb on elevators, followed by two bosses, the Enchantress and Nightmare Rees. Legend of Zelda fans probably recognize this room a little bit, but I don't really like dealing with puzzles. It's too much thinking. I'm just going to chill up here. Then again, this is kind of the same solution they use. And I don't like puzzles again, so I'm going to... Nice, I got it. You can actually grind on the bricks from the previous room, jump into this room. It's bufferable, but it's kind of a one-frame trick, so... You get to skip having to deal with that mysterious room. Whoops. Whoops. I'm going to grab the checkpoint because she is very spooky lady. She deals a full heart damage with just about everything she does, and I have to do a damage boost at the start. Hoping I can get enough damage to chase her into the floor. That's fine. Nice! I got her. Perfect.
Nice.
That's actually really, really scary. 3.5 is like the most amount of health I want her to have before I go down there. Now, this room kind of sucks. Rees is pretty easy casually, but the rails are really random, so as a speedrunner, it's kind of annoying to just pray that the rails will be next to his face. That's pretty good, actually. Wow, I got the double. Nice. So I just skipped 2 of his phases by doing that much damage to him. Oh my god, I almost killed him on the last pass like that? Fantastic, that's time.
Nice.
Jesus, I have never done that on any percent.
It's a really good run.
What was my time?
So I don't know if I timed it exactly right, but we're looking at something like 40-30.
40-30. Okay, that's not too bad. I had some nasty spills there. Shout outs to the community, especially to, I want to shout out Tolu and Patois, who've been pushing me really hard to grind out any percent. Tolu came in real hard with strats, made us improve this game a lot. Patois has been competing with me for first place for a long time. We kept trading it back and forth. It's currently 38-26, and he just PB'd. It's only off by 7 seconds now. He's got a 38-33. Yeah, and it only gets crazier from there.
It's a very, very impressive run to watch. The movement it's so entertaining. It looks real fun.
Oh, it's definitely a joy. So before I get into the New Game Plus stuff, I like to watch this little animation. Spectre getting real spooky. Okay, so New Game Plus stuff.
Yes, the incentive was met, so we get to see an exhibition, more or less, of all of the New Game Plus boss kills.
Yeah.
I do want to say real quick, though, there is one remaining donation incentive that needs to be met, and that is for Bubble Bobble to get the good ending. That incentive needs about $44 to be met. It's sitting at 156 out of 200. So if you guys want to see the good ending for Bubble Bobble, which is coming up in a few runs, make sure to get donations in for that.
Word. So I'm going to do these kind of in the same order that I beat the game in. Actually, well, I'm just going to go straight left to right, but I'm going to start on planes. And quick note, I'm playing on PC. I'm using Joy to Key because I play on a gamepad. I play on a PS3 pad. This game can be played on keyboard. However, most people who do Hundo and New Game Plus use keyboard because you can quick swap to relics. That's kind of difficult because controllers only have so many buttons. So Joy to Key lets me put extra buttons on my PS3. And I'm also using a program made by Flatterv, known as S-Trainer, which allows me to warp straight to bosses for practice. Another benefit of playing on PC.
That's a real good program.
Yeah, he's a great guy. Did Freedom Planet stuff as well. So this is Black Knight, and I've got a lot of things that I'm going to show off. Perfect. So Skeletal Sentry, once fully upgraded, fires 5 shots, has a little more health, and a bigger explosion when you detonate it. The boomerang sickles that I just used, they pierce through enemies. You can fire 2 of them. They're really, really useful. So that's just a taste of like how Black Knight got improved, because he's already kind of a cheater. He has invincibility frames unlike everyone else.
So is that just a summon you can make at any point?
Yes,
in
fact, it's only one on screen.
Okay.
In fact, here's another cool thing. You can pose for him and he loves you for it. Anyway, starting out with Plague Knight next. The Chronos coin is going to be the star of this one. This is a coin that slows down time. So, yeah. I really want to get this kill, because this one's tricky. That's pretty hard to get. You can actually kill him before he even teleports away.
Oh, okay. Ideally, you get him in the corner, then. I see.
So I also use Spider Scythe, and everyone's seen the basketballs by now. But yeah, he only got 1 teleport, which is still pretty good. That kill was found by Patois. The next one is Mole Knight, who, again, I really need audio on this one, so I'm going to pull my headphones off, because there's so much going on. I wish you guys could see my controller. Oh, he died. Cool, perfect. I'm also accidentally taking screenshots because that's how Steam works. Don't worry about that. I can never disable that hotkey. Everyone likes to post cameras when they hear it. Coming up next on Murder Row, Treasure Knight, who can somehow die faster. This will be good revenge for what he did to me last time. There we go, he's dead. Something that's pretty funny about that is that you saw him rush to the right side. The bosses actually apparently still have their old AI from like Shovel Knight and Plague Knight. They're programmed to do something different after they take a certain amount of damage. But we do so much damage, he goes into his previous Final Desperation move of throwing a treasure chest that you don't even get to see.
Huh. There's just so much on screen all at once.
Right, so I used the Dread Talon on that one, which we're going to see even more this time around. Dread Talon deals a full heart of damage, gives me body armor, not invincibility, so I will take damage. Oh, and another thing about New Game Plus is my darkness and health are combined, so using weapons is actually killing me, and it's pretty lethal to mess up boss kills. Got him. So before the floor even broke this time.
Wow.
Like I said, sometimes the bosses are like, they're not even different. Phantom Striker is also really, really hard to do. Basically, before I was able to get him in 1 teleport, I can actually kill him before he even goes invincible the first time. That's pretty hard, though. Upgraded Judgment Rush activates half a second faster. It's actually still not fast enough to... It's not going to save enough time to use an any %, so we don't upgrade it there. It's also fully invincible when I use it, unlike Judgment Rush that I can get hit out of when it's not upgraded. One hit left. Let's pose real quick. Look cool. Got him.
Nice.
So yeah, you can actually kill him before that. I missed one of my boomerangs, which would have done the full heart that he was missing there. As promised, Tiny Man is next. Another, since the fight does have 2 phases, mana's a little important, but one of the nice things about New Game Plus is that only the Feather and Judgment Rush need mana. If you have no mana, you can still fire all your weapons.
Huh. That's neat.
Cool, that's phase 1.
That's so sick.
And that's phase 2.
Everything just runs into him. That's a wonderful boss fight.
Yeah, Patois actually did a lot of... So Patois only runs any % in New Game Plus, and when he got into New Game Plus, I was like, oh no, someone else to challenge my time there. But he found some really cool stuff.
That's really, really neat.
What a guy. Also, big shout outs to Taiwan Ninja, who's actually like the premier New Game Plus runner for all of the knights. So here's King Knight. This kill is actually kind of tricky because using Skeletal Sentry is pretty fast. So I'm going to do coin and basketballs. You know what? I kind of screwed that one up, so I'm going to just take a death here so we can show it off proper.
Sure thing.
Basically, I'm going to juggle 4 basketballs with the coin slowdown effect. There we go. Nice ball of death that went through him a couple times. And then Polar Knight also gets kind of the New Game Plus extravaganza. You kind of throw as many things at him as you can. Ah, 1 hit off.
So
He almost
close.
died before that first jump. So yeah, you can see New Game Plus is like, it's super optimized. Those small mistakes in the bosses actually cost the most time. Earlier today, Pan actually found, he's a Plague Runner, but he has been running Spectre a lot lately, and he found a really interesting kill with the Lantern. It's still a work in progress, though, so I'm going to go with the tried and true, hello, I need to be on the floor. There we go. Get Black Knight down. So that's kind of unfortunate. Yeah, I need to knock him down. Using the Skeletal Sentry Detonate, I can get him off Terrapin really quickly, and then I'm gonna kind of claw him to death. This is not how I was hoping it would go. Yeah, this is a little scarier now because, he might kill me. I didn't mean to throw out that second bro there.
Close.
Yeah, you can see how New Game Plus is like, oh, cool. My health is my mana, no problem.
The whole health is mana thing is, yes, very spooky. Fits the theme really well.
That's actually unique to Spectre. The other knights just have double damage taken.
Mm-hmm.
So Spectre's New Game Plus is pretty cool in that regard. Also, unfortunately, S-Trainer breaks every time there's a patch, so I can't use it to warp to the Enchantress. However, I do get to show off something really cool for New Game Plus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more for safety. 1, 2. 1, 2. Perfect. I don't need an elevator. That is New Game Plus exclusive.
Just kind of works, huh?
Yeah, come back. I went to go see my people. So that makes this a lot faster. And I'm gonna grab the checkpoint because, again, Enchantress, super scary. Let's try that one more time. Getting hit by that first fireball kind of messed it up. Oh, perfect. Could you please die? So close.
Please?
Yeah, so you can actually kill her before she even starts her dives.
Right, that's awesome.
And then we got one more here with Dark Boy. The Blood Mirror, something we didn't see this entire time. Nice. Kind of that same whooshy whooshy. Come on. That's a little scary. I'm fine. Ooh, I'm dead. Yeah. New Game Plus.
Jeez. I see it in concept though. I like that that item. You said it was the Blood Mirror.
Yeah. Whoa. One more mulligan because I actually... Yeah, that's another problem with New Game Plus is, relic swapping can cost you a lot of time. So I accidentally had the wrong one there. And this will be the last kill, too, so I really want to do justice here.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Missed out on one bit of damage there, no big deal. So that's a little unfortunate. We get to see this last lantern phase, but yeah, that's kind of the way this fight can go. So you can end up losing a lot of time or saving a lot of time. Glad that I got to show it off proper though on the any percent one. But you see how that one's going. Thank you so much for having me.
No, thank you. That was an absolute joy to watch. I was busy trying to figure out what was going on half the time.
A lot of stuff and things.
Yeah, thank you for your run. I do want to catch up on donations real fast.
Go right
Before
ahead.
you go, Zenu Steg donates $1 and says "Moo Moo Morning."
Yo,
Thank you, Zenu.
that's one of my viewers.
Awesome.
Always there.
Awesome. And then we got a $63.19 donation from McNuggies420. Thank you, McNuggies. Who says, "Happy Weedsgiving. $44 bubble bottle dink ending. $19.19 Epona dash nugs, which brings the total to the Epona name for Twilight Princess to $69.69.
Perfect.
Thank you, McNuggies420.
Thank you, McNuggies. And happy weeds giving to you as
happy
well.
10 out of 10.
Man.
McNuggies is a legend.
What a legend. I do want to say thank you again for the run. That was very entertaining.
Yes.
It was a pleasure.
Yes, have a good rest.
And a heart attack.
Yeah. Have a good rest of your weekend and enjoy the rest of the stream.
Thank you.
All right, we are going to take a quick break. We'll be right back with some cute Kirby. Stick around, everybody.
Yo,
Thank you.
Kirby, let's go.